Oh. Okay. I just feel like I had to keep the trend going. I have to start off with the Glock every time. I have to start it off this way every time. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. But y'all can't lie. He looked good in that blue. Zayne looked good with that chain and that ring. Don't play with him. Enjoy your shit.
You look excited.
Hopefully you can catch the replay. Hopefully I don't cry, because I'm not crying. Y'all not gonna catch me crying. I'm a
Me
thug.
for some
What are you
soft,
talking about?
fluffy animal. Kid,
Hello, Brittany.
if you dare pat my head, well, you'll find out the hard way.
Wait a minute, wait, hold on. Let me put my headphones on. I know I heard what? Don't threaten me with a good time, Sylus. I never heard that line before. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I am Atomic Sade, and today we are continuing the Death and Rebirth story, main story chapters. We're on chapter 3 right now, Cosmic Speck. And this chapter's interesting. I feel like a lot of people have been emotional off this chapter, and I wonder why. I hope it doesn't hit me too hard, because I'm a thug. Yeah, I'm not gonna let y'all see me cry, but who knows what'll happen. But we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Hopefully, do I have tissue? I have it. Okay, I have a napkin right there just in case. All right, episode 1, Dawnbreaker. In the early morning, street lamps cast a bright, lonely glow across the snow-covered street. It makes the city appear deserted. Barely able to keep his eyes open, a boy dozed off in the priority seat. He swayed back and forth during the trip until he finally bumped his head. It was before the bus stop, too.
Ow!
Oh, it's our little baby!
Now arriving at Azure Square Station. Please remember to take
As
all
soon as he
personal
gets off the
belongings.
bus, cold wind mixed with snow hits on his face. It washes away his drowsiness. He rubs his eyes. Upon realizing where he is, his gaze instantly lights up.
Chuchi, wake up! We're here!
Suji. The journey between the Arctic and Lincoln City spans thousands of kilometers. After several transit changes, he finally returned to his straight starting point. After hurrying to a scheduled bench and making sure no one's around, the boy carefully sets down his backpack and gives it an admonishing pat. Admonishing.
We're back. And you're not allowed to run off this time.
Did we ever find out what that animal was?
Until we find the emissary, we need to stick to our usual plan.
Oh, okay, it's a dog.
Pretend to be a regular dog
Oh, wait.
whenever there are people around.
Maybe it's a dog? Okay, maybe it's not. He said pretend to be a
You
regular
know,
dog.
the fluffy kind that humans love to pet. Got it? We'll practice paw shaking later.
The boy waits for a long while, but there's no response from the backpack.
Chuchi?
With a growing sense of dread, he unzips the backpack only to find a hole and a few tangled tufts of white fur. The wind whistles through the gap. Uh-oh. What's happening? Oh, we're at the association. Okay. Studying the documents Zayne gave me, I searched through every library and archive in Lincoln City. I tried my best to uncover the information about cosmic civilizations hidden in the biometric key, but every search has come up empty. Oh, bye. It was bye? Several days of running around had taught me one thing though. Unlocking the key's secrets won't be something I can accomplish overnight. But right now, something else has caught my attention. Jenna!
These are special pathological cases where the subjects retain a human's physical features, but their consciousness has been eroded. Only primitive aggression and instincts remain. For now, we're designating them as Alterum.
Alterum.
These Alterum share one common characteristic too. They were diagnosed with protocore syndrome.
Protocore syndrome. 2 days ago, I received an unexpected message from Zayne at midnight. It was long after we parted ways. I have to go on a business trip. It's not dangerous, but we might not be able to contact each other for a while. Don't worry. P.S. I'm not going to Mount Eternal. That tells me that he is going to Mount Eternal. I don't know. That's just me. But we'll see. These sudden announcements had become the norm. I scrolled through my emojis and sent back a happy snowman with ellipsis above his head. The words protocore syndrome act like a signal. They connect my earlier suspicion to create a clear pattern. This is under Zayne's field of expertise. Could his sudden departure be connected to these Alterum? The description of the Alterum reminds me of those so-called specimens I encountered in Skyhaven. Oh. With the Alterum appearing in Lincoln City, does this mean the Fountain of Vitae has entered another phase? Ooh. Hi, bestie!
But according to these forum posts, a mysterious figure has appeared these past few days. They strike before the police do, and their codename is apparently Dawnbreaker.
No. No.
They always manage to deal with the Alterum before the police can arrive.
Zayne been out here fucking shit up?
Wait, what? Another urban legend?
Yo!
Focus.
Jenna interrupts the off-topic discussion. The virtual display switches to show some photos from a crime scene.
As for these recent Alterum attacks, the police need a hunter to investigate and detect metaflux readings. Does anyone want to volunteer?
Thinking these clues might help Zayne, I raise my hand without hesitation. Period. Stand up for your man. I'll go, Captain. Yeah. You already know. You already know I'm there. I gotta be there with my man. Alterum. Okay. Episode 2, Blind Spot. Hello, Vash! Oh, man. Okay. Oh, what? Northern Ring. Oh, after receiving assistance credentials for my investigation, I head to the Northern Ring Road that's located in the downtown area. A detective lifts the barricade tape and approaches me. After we shake hands, he leads me to the crime scene.
Thanks for coming out when there's all this snow.
I'd like to say the same thing to everyone else who's here. I set up the precision scanner I brought on the ground and turned it on. Once the scan is complete, the data will be uploaded to the cloud that the association can access. Then a detailed report will be generated for police use.
Perfect. We've received some of the restored surveillance footage, so we can take a look at it. The surveillance equipment was damaged by the cold, though. I'm afraid the video quality won't be great.
I thought Lincoln City's outdoor surveillance systems were designed to withstand low temperatures.
The temperature dropped far below the equipment's tolerance threshold. It's safe to say the damage wasn't caused by natural means.
In the low-quality footage the detective hands me, I managed to spot an unsettling figure lurking in the darkness. The creature's form is distorted. Weapons that look like hook tendrils grow from its body, compared to the ones I've encountered before. They seem to have grown significantly stronger. What about Dawnbreaker? Did you catch them on camera? The detective shakes his head.
They managed to avoid being captured by the surveillance system.
Ooh, he's
meticulous and efficient, I'd say.
He's smooth with it. As I approach the damaged guardrail by the road, my hunter's watch immediately starts blaring an alarm. The initial metaflux readings are extremely high. The Alterum is already similar to a Wanderer.
So that's it then. We should deal with these Alterum before they completely degenerate into Wanderers. Perhaps this so-called serial killer is actually a hero.
Yeah, the detective gives me a contemplative look.
However, from a hunter's perspective, do you see the Alterum as humans? Or are they monsters that need to be destroyed like Wanderers?
Oh, God. They're humans, they're monsters, it depends. I mean, they were humans turned monster, right? So, at the end of the day, I'm gonna say it depends. The line between humans and monsters depends whether they lost control. Exactly. My thoughts exactly. Once someone loses control, they become a monster capable of hurting others. It doesn't matter how prestigious their status might be.
What a thought-provoking answer.
Mm-hmm. The sharp wail of an ambulance siren cuts through the wind and snow. It grows louder as it approaches. We both look up as our gaze following it.
Wanderers? Alterum? The deep space tunnel? Sometimes I think about the kind of fantastical world I'm living in. If a disaster even worse than the Chrono Rift catastrophe arrives, how much could humanity really do?
So the authorities are covering this up and classifying it as an accident? They must be trying to prevent the public from becoming even more panicked. He nods before shaking his head.
The Alterum will cause panic, not the murderer.
Interesting. Seeing my confusion, he smiles.
A blood-stained murderer is more relatable than these abominations. Yay or nay?
I mean, yeah, but maybe I'm overthinking it, but something about this detective seems off. In any case, the association will provide the police with a formal energy analysis report. I should get going now. On my way home, I opened the forum post that Tara sent me a few minutes ago. It's about Dawnbreaker. Oh, let's go over here. Let's expose the truth about the mysterious killer who only appears in snowy dawns. Dawnbreaker. He appears in snowy dawns. That's why they call him Dawnbreaker. Oh. Has anyone else noticed that the Alterum in Lincoln City have been slowly disappearing these past few days? That's because a mysterious killer has appeared in Lincoln City. The Dawnbreaker. Zayne's out here. Zayne's a killer. He out here killing people. They appear between dawn and sunrise, vanishing without a trace at daybreak, hunting Alterum ahead of the police. Inside scoop, 100% legit information. But don't ask me which insider. I can't say more. Let me read the comments. Missing you in Lincoln. No way this is real. My uncle works as a dispatcher at the Hunter Center, and he's never mentioned anything like this. They got a... Can I go to the replies? Oh. Alright, they replied to them. The last 10 people who claim to have inside uncles already got cease and desist letters. Want to be next in line? Whoa. Those Alterum things are just way too terrifying. Getting rid of them quickly is definitely for the best. Dawn Shifter. 4-day worker to be. LOL fake. OP's probably just some writer hired by the site for clicks. Okay. We got all sorts of opinions here. Dawnbreaker. The Alterum and Dawnbreaker. These names sound like the links in a food chain, destined to exist in a perpetual cycle of predator and prey. Those monsters. Come to think of it, I'm not so different from them. Yeah, I mean, little bomb. Will there come a day when others will try to erase my existence? As this crosses my mind again, I find myself strangely at peace. What was that? Wait, what is that? I hear a strange noise behind me. When I turn around, I notice paw prints on the ground. What kind of animal left these? A squirrel, maybe? Or a stray dog? Confused, I stand there. But then, a white blur darts past in my periphery. My scarf suddenly tightens around my neck before vanishing. What? When I come to my senses, all that's left in the snow is a chaotic trail of footprints. The white blur has already vanished into the darkness around the street corner. My scarf! Uh-oh. They got you right where they want you. Oh. I run in the rundown, gloomy alleyway. Only scattered spots of light fall upon the snow-covered ground. A dead end? It took my scarf too. Where did it go? Snow falls silently. My surroundings are quiet. My surroundings are so quiet that even the sound of breathing seems jarring.
Are you going to drag me back to the cocoon? I won't return.
Who is that?
Wait. You're Dawnbreaker. Just kill me already.
Y'all. Dawnbreaker? My heart races as I hold my breath and silently move forward. As soon as I turn the corner, I raise my gun at the shadowy figure.
You.
In the dim lighting, several objects coldly flash from the figure's palm. They're ice shards, and they pin the teenager's sleeves and pant legs to the wall. Oh, he ain't fucking around. Black crystals cover the teenager's, ooh, not the black ones, the teenager's left arm and neck. But he's different from the test subjects I encountered in Skyhaven. The realization hits me. He's an Alterum.
I said you could kill me, not torture.
I suggest you stay quiet.
I'm sorry, Zayne? Zayne? Where my picture at with the do-rag? Hold on! I freeze up upon hearing a familiar voice and move my finger away from the trigger. In that split second, a sharp ice shard cuts through the air. Look at my man! I can't even finish reading that. Damn, he's so fine. Dawnbreaker like a, ooh. Wait, I can't focus. Okay, stop. It's moving too fast. Dawnbreaker like a Grim Reaper turns to face me with cold indifference. He meets my gaze. Zayne, the white creature that had vanished into the snowy night, suddenly appears from out of nowhere. It jumps onto Zayne. I am so confused. Don't get mad at me. I have not read World Underneath, Anecdotes, nothing. I thought Dawnbreaker was like an alternate Zayne. So Dawnbreaker is his alter ego in like the current timeline too? Hold on. Let me just keep getting into it, y'all. Hold on. The white creature that had vanished into the snowy night suddenly appears from out of nowhere. What? Hypothermia. This is crazy. Already. Zayne standing on business? First we had our sneaky link standing on business on the last episodes. Now we got our husband standing on business. Taking advantage of Zayne being momentarily distracted, the teenager breaks free from his restraints and pulls out a knife from his waist. With desperate wild eyes, he lunges at him. But the wrist is caught and twisted again. Ooh! The cracking of a dislocated bone echoes through the alley. Zayne, what?
What exactly is this cocoon you speak of?
He is
Why do
not
you need to know so much?
fucking around. As if the word cocoon was burned into his nerves, the teenager suddenly jerks away. He clutches his crystallized left arm as he frantically runs to hide behind me. Get off of me! Spotting my gun, he forcefully grabs my hand and turns it.
You're not going to kill me.
Hold on, and turns it. The barrel is pointing at Zayne now. What the? This is intense.
Let me go. Stay back.
A flicker of surprise appears in Zayne's eyes, but the moment of uncertainty quickly fades, and his usual coldness returns. Zayne, why are you here? Zayne, who should be away on a business trip, is in a remote alleyway in the middle of the night with an Alterum teenager. He was addressed as Dawnbreaker, too. Something isn't right. Questions pile up one after another in my mind as I assess the situation. I slowly try to free my hand from the teenager's grip.
You
haven't gotten to the point where death is necessary.
Zayne and I speak almost at the same time. I'm once again taken aback by the coldness in his voice.
But after tonight, that might change.
Who is this?
The crystals will erode your body. Your skin will be split open, and your bones will be ground to dust.
I'm sorry. I fuck with this, but who are you?
When it reaches your neck, you'll
It's still
lose your
going.
voice. No one will hear you scream.
So Zayne, y'all know that trend where they take people in the woods and they be like, "No one will hear you. Will you hear you scream?" Zayne, you like that trend? But that's crazy. Save that though. Oh my God, this is. Yeah, I'm shook too. The person I've met before is this. The person I've met before is the same one standing before me. Yet this version of Zayne feels like a stranger. Yeah, what the. His voice is cold, his gaze is cold, even his breath is the epitome of coldness. Something seems to trigger my memory in the teenager. His voice trembles as his body curls like a bow, being drawn back. He buries his face into his knees. Ooh.
You're right. They all died like that after emerging from their cocoons.
Like, is this actual Dawnbreaker or is this Zayne imitating what he saw in his dreams? Right, that's what I'm trying to figure out. You try to. I don't. Ooh, cocoons.
I want to live. But if I'm going to turn into a monster, what's the point? Rather than let the cocoon turn me into a mindless monster, I'd rather die.
Zayne remains silent and he lowers his gaze as ice crystals silently form in his palms. Is he really going to do this?
A dignified death doesn't exist.
Yo, this is...
Thinking you're in control of the situation by choosing to die. You're only comforting yourself with a lie.
He is on one. Do you hear me?
Did you escape just so you could die like a dog?
Zayne!
Don't lecture me with that nonsense!
The teenager straightens up and lunges at me again, his hands trembling uncontrollably. Yet, he grips my gun with all his strength, refusing to let go.
You're a hunter. A hunter's gun can kill a monster like me, right? Pull the trigger already!
Oh, shit. Guys, I don't know. I kind of want to stand beside my man. So, because he even said, Zayne was like, oh, you just want to die? No, you're not going to do that. So I'm not going to do it. But part of me is like, I mean, he don't seem like he's like one of those, he's not like infected completely, right? Because he still has some sense to him a little bit. He's not doing all that crazy shit that the other people are doing. I ain't gonna shoot him. You can't be serious. With a flick of my wrist, I toss the hunter firearm away and kick it out of reach. The teenager desperately lunges for the firearm, but Zayne catches him by the waist and pins him to the wall. Stay calm. Focus on my breathing. Exhale, inhale. Yeah, I wasn't gonna shoot him anyway. It seemed a little extreme. I don't even know the full extent of this altercation right now. You're trembling. Yeah, how did he escape? I know you don't really want to die, so stop saying it. After several seconds pass, the teenager finally comes to his senses. He nods as if emerging from a trance. I steal a glance at Zayne. His expression is completely serene and unmoved. It's as if he's an aloof observer standing at the crossroads between life and death. I move closer to Zayne, firmly holding his hand in place, and give the teenager a gentle smile. You heard what he said, right? He said you can't die yet. He's the best cardiac surgeon in the city. If he says there's hope for you, then you can be optimistic about the future.
He's a doctor?
You don't know about my man? Hold on, you don't know? I know he might not look the part right now, but he really is the best in his field. Just don't misunderstand his intentions. You need to go now. The teenager freezes for a moment. As soon as Zayne shifts his foot over ever so slightly, the teenager spins around and runs away. Yeah, let's talk about it. What is going on, Zayne? What is this character right now? What the fuck? Are we gonna talk about it? Yeah, let's talk about it. Late into the night, the streets gradually darken. The light reflected on the snow makes street lights appear soft and dim. After watching the teenager leave, I turn back to look at Zayne, who feels like a stranger. Yeah, let's talk about it. The small animal of an unknown breed stubbornly refuses to let go of his coat. It whimpers as he pushes it to the ground again. Now that it's just the two of us and this dog. Anyway, you can tell me what's going on, right? Did your business trip end early, or did Oxo Hospital call you back for an emergency? Girl, while I'm still asking questions, Zayne bends down to pick up the snow-covered scarf. Then he stares at me as if he's trying to confirm something.
Is this yours?
Huh? If I remember correctly, this is the scarf you knit. Yeah. Picked out 3 days. It was 3 days ago? 3 days ago. Okay.
Oh, then it's mine.
I'm confused. As soon as he says this, Zayne walks right past me. Where are you going? You don't know me? You don't know me? Why are you suddenly acting like you don't know me? Yeah.
Should I know you?
I don't like this. I don't like this. So wait, so did they simultaneously live in the same shit? In the same...
If there's nothing else, I'll get going now.
What? But your home isn't there.
I know.
He stops in the snow and gives me a cold glance over his shoulder. His voice is devoid of any emotion.
The subway station is this way.
On an empty street, our footsteps crunch in the snow, soft snow. With his tall stature and long legs, Zayne strides quickly and widens the distance between us. Oh, he is like keeping his distance from us. I have no idea where he's headed or why he's acting like he forgot who I am. All I can do is quicken my pace to catch up to him. Zayne, answer me. I step in front of him to block his path. A mix of frustration and disbelief makes my chest tighten. Yeah, my heart is a little broken right now.
What's the matter?
What you mean? That's my line. Has your Evo gone out of control again? The puppy whose species I don't recognize catches up to us. Its gaze filts between him and me.
No, I'm perfectly fine.
You don't sound fine, bruh. I don't like this. This is not my baby. Zayne casually brushes me aside and continues walking. Wow, I'm being ignored.
Hey, I think a couple is breaking up in the middle of the street.
Now, why the fuck would he say that? Now, why would they say that? I don't need that right now, because this do feel like a breakup. They did not have to say that, bruh. The puppy quickly shakes the snow off its body, gives me a sympathetic look, and then runs after Zayne, who's already walking away. The two figures soon become dots in the snowy night. Damn, he really gone. He out of here. Whether it's because of frustration or anger, I stubbornly walk away without looking back, but after a few steps, I feel like something is wrong. Wait, the direction Zayne's heading in. Oh, he alright? Pick it up. My heart races as I quickly follow the footprints in the snow. Zayne lies unconscious on the ground. No! His brows tightly knitted as if darkness is dragging him down into its depths. My baby! Why did he collapse? Zayne! I crouch down and shake his shoulders, but he doesn't respond no matter what I do. I can't just leave him like this. I try to help Zayne up. As my fingers brush against his neck, I feel a layer of frost. Ooh. It's unnaturally black. No, not the black ice. Could this be related to his nightmares again? Yeah. A heavy sense of foreboding weighs on my mind, but getting him out of here comes first. I struggle to support Zayne's weight as I drag him along one step at a time. Why was he talking about taking the subway? This path actually leads to my apartment complex. Oh. So was he like... Was his like subconscious like leading him to our apartment? In the dream. Okay, let's go. My baby. With his weight pressing against my shoulder, even a usually short walk home felt endless. Zayne and I practically collapsed onto the bed together. The snow from our coats scattered onto the floor. The little white animal anxiously bounces back and forth on the sofa. I pick it up and gently shake Zayne. Yes, wake up! Yes, please. His eyes remain closed. A streak of black silently emerges from his sleeve and creeps up along his veins until it reaches the back of his hand. Oh my god. The black ice that appeared on his neck has already spread to this area. I need to wake him up from this dream. I reach out toward the side of Zayne's neck and gather my power. Yeah, let's resonate. Almost instantly, I sense the chaotic surging power raging throughout Zayne's body. Yeah, wake up. Like a force that's been suppressed for eons and is now finally breaking free, a bone-chilling cold surges forth. It makes my entire body shudder. The power within his body is unstable. That's why he lost consciousness. At that moment, Zayne opens it. Yo, the way he just like opened his eyes so quick like that was a little scary. I would be scared if I was there in real life. Like, hold on, wait, you were just knocked out. At that moment, Zayne's eyes snap open and grabs my wrist. Oh, then he grabbed my, oh my God, I'll be shook.
What are you trying to do?
Stop talking to me like that. He grabs my hand and pins it. Encased in ice, my wrist is already stuck to the wall once I realize what's happening. What? I take several deep breaths to compose myself. I'm trying to help you treat the black ice. When did it start appearing?
While I was dreaming.
He lets go of my wrist and the ice crystals dissolve with it. I guess there's no point in asking. To my surprise, the black frost didn't disappear after our residence. It stubbornly remains on his body. Nevertheless, Zayne appears much better than before. Remembering how cold he felt, I take out a thermometer, I can never say that word, to check Zayne's temperature.
Extremely low temperature detected. To protect the device and extend its service life, the system will be automatically turned off in 1 minute.
The reason for the extremely low temperature isn't concerned and tries to prop himself up. Seeing this, I pull out an old-fashioned infrared thermometer and aim it at him. Freeze! Stop. Freeze. I press the sensor against his forehead and playfully pull the trigger.
You're being childish.
But you love that about me. As expected, he doesn't move. Beep, lost in thought. I stare at the screen showing his abnormally low temperature. No wonder all the surveillance cameras at the crime scene were damaged by extreme cold. Even though I'm not sure if it'll help, I take 2 fever pills and hand them to Zayne along with a glass of warm water.
That's medicine. It's bitter. I'm not consuming it.
Ooh, not the doctor saying he's not taking the medicine. You're a doctor. Yeah! You of all people can't complain about bitter medicine, right? For what must be the first time in his life, Zayne's face shows an expression that only could be described as okay and... Okay. Let me find out you being a little sassy. Not knowing how to help him recover, I head to the kitchen and make fresh carrot juice. I doubt it'll do anything though. Make him drink it. Forget about it. Ooh, that's evil. I'm not gonna do that to him. Knowing he don't like carrots, nah, I ain't gonna do that to my man.
What is that? It smells awful.
When I see his confused expression, you made him drink it? Y'all ain't shit. My urge to tease him instantly vanishes. At least his dislikes haven't changed, right? In the end, you're still the same Zayne I know. As the night deepens, the hustle and bustle outside my window gradually fades into silence. I gather every blanket and quilt in the house to stack on top of Zayne. Then I crank my heater up.
I'm not cold. I've already told you this.
Oh my god, Elsa, relax.
Take these blankets away.
Bro, he is being a brat right now. Zayne, I'm gonna need you to stop acting like this. Why don't you take them off yourself?
I don't have the strength.
Oh, sorry for yelling at you. Then don't move. He purses his lips, only to furrow his brow a moment later.
You've been fussing over me for a while now. Is it for a particular reason?
Not really. You're important to me. No, yeah, let's stand up. You are important to me, so you're important to me. Yeah, I love you. Uncertainty flickers in his gaze.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on. I don't want him to see my expression, so I turn away. Did he just go to sleep? The real reason is simple, actually. Rub his face. Yeah, give him some love. I said, give him some. Damn. When he falls silent, I push away my chaotic thoughts and turn his cold face toward mine. Dawnbreaker, you're very famous. So don't you dare run away or disobey me, or else I'll...
You'll what?
Hold! He is scaring me. This is the first time I felt threatened by Zayne. Not even Predator Zayne got me shook like this. I'm gonna save that though. He is scaring me a little bit. He asks softly, his chin is still tilted up by my hand as his gaze falls to meet mine. I'll make sure you won't live to see tomorrow's dawn. Ooh, yeah. I yank the blanket up to block his voice and gaze in the darkness.
What you described
I don't know.
is not the first time this happened to Zayne.
Really? This happens often?
I witnessed it once when he was doing research with me at Mount Eternal.
So my man got split personalities?
He became a complete stranger overnight.
This is some tea.
No one knew what happened to him.
This is some tea. I figured this wasn't the first time Zayne has been in this state. Dr. Noah's words only confirmed my suspicion. How do you recover from it?
That's something only he knows.
Really? Over the phone, Dr. Noah sounds just as troubled as me.
Back then, he ventured deep into Mount Eternal by himself, as if he had something to do there. When we saw him the next day, he had returned to his usual self, the one we all knew. I guess whatever he needed to do was done.
What? Mount Eternal. That place seems to be hiding a burden that Zayne has never been willing to speak about. But my intuition tells me that whatever changed in Zayne must have happened before the Mount Eternal incident. Those black ice crystals, seemingly out of reach, they linger somewhere in the depths of my memories. When I open the door again, I find a ball of white fur sitting by the bed. It's wagging its tail at me. Hi, bye! When did you sneak in? As I get closer, I notice the creature is contained within a semi-transparent dome made from the ice evol. It restricts its movements. I don't even need to ask who did this. Zayne really doesn't show mercy, huh? The puppy-like animal lets out what sounds like a bark of agreement. I reach out to dispel the evil ice barrier. Then I sit down with the creature in my arms. Now, closer to Zayne, I could see his eyelashes trembling in his deep sleep. They're like the wings of a wary bird that's finally resting at home. I don't know what you're dreaming about, but I hope they're sweet dreams. Oh, she's so sweet. Now kiss him on the forehead. Good night, Zayne. Kiss him on the forehead. Oh, I don't like the music change. In the stillness of the night, only the white creature notices a faint sound. A subtle energy seems to be flowing. The white animal's ears twitch as it looks up at Zayne and the girl's joined hands. Oh, we're holding hands. The cold, corrosive sensation gradually fades. A warmth surges through Zayne's cold fingertips, like water traveling through a leaf's veins. For this soul that's been trapped in nightmares for so long, the unmelting black ice covering his body finally recedes, bit by bit. Ooh. Dawnbreaker. New timeline, new info. Ooh. Alright. Okay, 5. Beyond the snow.
The investigation into the Alterum and the unidentified suspect is still ongoing. We urge all citizens to remain vigilant, avoid spreading rumors, and exercise caution when traveling alone at night.
Aww. It's already next morning when I wake up. Groggy, I prop myself up and press my temples to clear my mind. Beside me, Zayne is still asleep. It's a rare sight at this hour. Oh, wait, I just saw him open his eyes. He ain't asleep. Y'all saw that? I lean closer and slowly become aware of his steady breathing. I watch as it slightly stirs the fabric across his chest. Poke. Yeah, get up. Aww. I don't want to disturb him. It sounds like he's having a peaceful sleep right now. This is payback for making me haul you home through the heavy snow yesterday. Oh, okay. Go ahead, be petty. And that's for freezing my hand to the wall. Oh, okay, yeah, he did do that. Oh, can I save that? Oh, I sure can. Okay, keep going. Rub his face. Holding back my laughter, I give Zayne's nose a gentle pinch. It really hurt when you froze my wrist, so I'll pinch your nose for that.
Is messing around with people while they sleep a habit of yours?
Damn, that sleepy voice. Ooh! I feel his warm breath on the top of my head. My breath hitches as I meet his slightly weary gaze. Zayne? The morning light filters through the curtains and falls into his tousled hair. Looking into those eyes, I can tell that familiar Zayne has returned. Okay, good. Huh.
Yes.
Joy wells up inside me as I wave my hand in front of his face. Are you finally awake from your nightmare? He nods. And as he stretches his neck, I see the black ice on his body has completely disappeared. You're actually back to normal. Does he remember this?
You could phrase that differently.
Before he could say more, I embrace him. He doesn't pull away and gently wraps his arm around my waist. Okay, this is my husband right here. He's back. Congratulations. I'm the first person you saw when you woke up.
Yesterday. When I was in that nightmarish state, did I trouble you?
My baby. You were kind of cute. You were a little childish. I don't want to make him feel bad. I'ma say he was cute. Maybe a little, but you were kind of cute. Especially when I pinned you under the blanket. Wink, wink.
You could only see the blanket. How was that cute?
Seeing that the cold and willful side of Zayne, even for one night, reminded me of when we barely knew each other. I feel at ease as everything falls into place. A moment passes, and I look into his eyes again. How much do you remember about yesterday? Zayne rubs his temples and sits up.
It's a little hazy, but I remember most of it.
Including how you froze my electronic devices and hand to the wall? And how you even told me to not be nosy? Oh, he looks ashamed. He glances away for a moment before his gaze calmly returns to me.
I also remember how you stacked blankets on me and did a test with carrot juice.
But I didn't make you drink it. Your memory is impeccable, so when did these nightmares start?
They became more frequent after I returned from Chansha City.
Yeah. Oh, what?
And in those dreams, I always forget who I am and what I'm supposed to be doing. The me in my dreams, however, has his own mission to complete.
I see that. He presses his lips into a thin line and looks at me. The guilt he feels is clear. For some reason, the scene from last night flashes through my mind again. It stirs up emotions I can't quite name. Well, there's no more black ice on your neck and hands. Your palms are warm too. It's safe to say that you passed the physical examination. Welcome back to reality, Zayne. I open my arms and wait for him to initiate the hug this time. Please don't deny my hug. Yeah, come on. I still love you. Give me a hug. All that stuff didn't matter to me. Zayne hesitates before leaning down. Then he wraps his arms around me. His warm breath brushes against my neck. Okay, he's back, y'all. He's back. Where my hug at? He's back.
Good morning.
Oh, my husband, save that! He's back. Oh, we in a whip. Before taking Zayne home, he accompanies me to the association. I'm going to update them on my progress in the Alts Room investigation. Dawnbreaker vanished overnight. Some people on the forums joke that he had been broken by the dawn. I'm dead. They think they funny. The police investigation has hit a dead end, and a relentless snowfall is still the biggest obstacle for gathering evidence at the crime scene. While waiting for Zayne to finish shopping, I sit in the car and look at today's news.
Ever, which announced the Fountain of Atay initiative, has revealed the first phase of the project, the Val Sanatorium. According to several reports, Val Sanatorium is using medical pods called Rebirth cocoons to treat patients with protocore syndrome.
Okay. Rebirth cocoons. My mind quickly latches onto this word. I heard this term yesterday.
You're right. They all died like that, after emerging from their cocoons.
Cocoons.
Rather than let the cocoon turn me into a mindless monster, I'd rather die.
The cocoons. The Alterman mentioned must be these rebirth cocoons. Sensing my troubled thoughts, the white creature pushes his fluffy self from the back seat to settle on my lap. Aw. Are you trying to comfort me? Thank you. When Zayne woke up, I asked about the animal. He said it belonged to some distant relative. As for why he got lost, stole my scarf, and refuses to leave Zayne's side, Zayne says he's not sure. So what kind of creature are you? I decide to take out my phone and use its image recognition feature. I'm dead. As the screen refreshes, it shows a majestic... By Zayne, the divine beast of antiquity, knows all beneath heaven and earth. Oh my god, y'all. Our baby. With trembling hands, I cup his face. My gaze travels from his clear eyes to the tiny horns protruding like fresh sprouts near his ears. All right, Coco. Smell you later. Thank you for stopping by. As I struggle to find the right words, Zayne returns to the car. He has a bag of chocolates and dog food. Since you brought dog food, why don't you keep him? After all, your robot vacuum is the only other living thing in your house. Shouldn't it have a friend? Not the robot vacuum being his only companion.
That won't be necessary. My robot vacuum has its own social life.
He is so funny. Zayne. Through the windshield, the warm glow of our headlights cuts through the heavy, snowy gloom. A figure is looking around while standing near Zayne's house. It's a young boy in plain clothes. He's holding books in his arms. As we get out of the car, the boy's face lights up with excitement and anticipation. He spreads his arms wide. Forgotten, the books fall to the ground. Oh, he's super excited.
Emissary!
It's the little boy! And he's calling Zayne emissary? Oh, shit. The emissary. Y'all. Hey, Julie. Y'all. All right, let's go. Foreseer. The unfamiliar teenager rushes towards Zayne, who's standing behind me. The mysterious little creature, wagging its tail, runs over as well. Soon enough, all three of them are tangled in a group hug. Aww!
Let go of me.
Zayne, don't act like that. The teenager steps back. Then he excitedly scoops up the small animal.
So that's where you went, Shuchi. Why didn't you tell me?
Wait. So Bai is Shuchi? Is this like a reincarnation of Bai? Watching this harmonious scene between human and animal, I'm touched, but then I quickly become confused. Whose kid is this? Now whose kid is this? What did he just call you? Oh God. I'm really curious to see who this kid is. And I'm also curious to what Zayne has to say about him calling him emissary. Oh God. Because I want to know what he would say to me. But I also want to know who this kid is. Who is this kid? Whose kid is this? Zayne guides the boy behind him. Oh, you protect the boy?
The son of a distant relative. He loves sci-fi movies and cartoons. I suppose his latest hobby is running away from home.
A son of a distant relative? Okay.
And he's the master of that.
Running away from home? I lean down to get a better look at the boy. He has delicate features and appears to be around 11 or 12 years old. Do you live in Lincoln too?
Well, you could say that. I live in the Fractal Library.
He lives in the Fractal Library.
Excuse me?
Ooh!
In a nearby residential area.
Ooh! Zayne said, hold on now, you talking too much. I like how he said that though. Say it again, Zayne.
Excuse me?
Ooh! He shut that down real quick. The Fractal Library. I've never heard of it before. Is it a new building? I know this was mentioned in the World Underneath stuff, guys. I have not read it. I'm sorry. Knowing he's related to Zayne, I find myself adopting a gentler, friendlier tone. Is this little guy your pet? What breed? Actually, what kind of animal is it?
He's just a regular pet dog. He's not special. Go on, Shuchi. Bark. That's not the correct sound.
Oh my god, this thing is cute. Can
now
we see it?
shake.
The small creature glances at me and then at Zayne. He swallows his pride and places his paw in the boy's palm. His paw in the boy's palm. Zayne stands by the wall with his arms crossed. When he sees my skeptical look, he looks away. Zayne, you hiding shit from me. I don't like that. The boy's face relaxes with relief as his expression shifts to one that says, I told you so. Can you spin? Can you speak? Can you speak? Maybe I'm the one losing my mind here. Seemingly unable to watch any longer, Zayne waves his phone.
I just got a text from his parents. They're going to pick him up.
Already? Can't you stay for a while longer?
I was actually planning to stay for a while.
Yo, he is not playing with this boy. He is not playing with this boy, bruh. He's like, yo, you talking too much. Relax. Zayne's sharp gaze sweeps over the boy. I might be imagining things, but the child and dog freeze. What the fuck is happening? He's like, yo, shut up.
I wanted to say hello. Uncle Zayne will send me home.
Nah, what's tea?
It's cold, so you should head inside. I'll see him off.
Nope, let's see him off together. No, I gotta see what's going on. In the dim daylight, Zayne watches the girl wave goodbye. She's out of sight once she closes the door behind her. Okay, so I'm out of the picture right now. The boy catches a snowflake in his palm and silently watches it melt.
Why did you come here?
Hearing the scrutiny in Zayne's voice, the boy's expression shifts to match its severity.
7 years ago, you promised to take up the position at the Fractal Library. I traveled here because I'm asking you to fulfill that promise.
7 years ago? Didn't they say he was like 11 or 12? How does he remember that?
You were selected as the emissary
Well,
of the
she
divine.
said he looked about that age.
Astra
Maybe that's not his real
ordained it,
age.
And your nightmare is the greatest proof of this.
You were selected as the emissary of divine. Astra ordained it, and your nightmare is the greatest proof. Zayne speaks before the boy can say more.
I also said that I had my own choices to make and more important matters to attend to back then.
The boy's expression grows serene, and his voice carries a maturity unlike the one from a few seconds ago.
Was becoming that version of yourself in the nightmare also a choice? People think they're making choices most of the time, yet they're unaware that all these options lead to one inevitable outcome. Fate falls upon us like this snow. It is silent and inevitable. And you too are destined to become...
He trails off, and the only sound that can be heard is nothing more than a barely audible sigh.
Since you haven't made up your mind, there's no point in me staying here any longer. But...
The maturity and composure vanish as the boy's voice shifts back to a childlike tone.
I left the Excessus bracelet you made for me at the library.
Yeah, he did mention that
Can
before.
you make me another one, please?
After a resigned sigh, an ice bracelet materializes around the boy's wrist.
Thank you, emissary. I'll take my leave now.
Aww.
In any case, you're welcome to find me at the Fractal Library in Lincoln City. I'll be sure to visit you again as well.
The boy slightly raises his head, and his fingertips touch the air as a geometric shape gradually unfolds. He bows before stepping into the door, woven from countless folded dimensions. What the fuck?
The emissary is a liar. I counted every single day for 7 years.
No. As if drawn to his accusation, the wind and snow seem to follow through the vanishing door. They're silent. What dimension did he just come from? No, we did. Am I tripping, or did we not pick up an... Yes! Yes, I think... Yes. Yes, and Utrasha. A reference to his myth, as some people say that this boy is like Asher or just similar. Fate is calling Zayne. Ooh. The snow ceases and Zayne remembers the first time he entered the Fractal Library. Even though it's called a library, its exterior was remarkably ordinary. It was a building nestled in a quiet corner of Lincoln City's silent streets. The young boy begged him again and again, so he pushed open the slightly weathered wooden door. There were neither bookshelves nor defined boundaries. Instead, an endless garden with intertwining paths appeared before him. And a library that seemed to belong to another world stood at the point where those paths converged. Ooh. As soon as Zayne stepped into the backlight, he raised his head and saw countless bookshelves. They reached toward a tower's summit where sunlight poured in. The library shelves were endless. They were like the stairs that led to another dimension. Then a younger person approached them and claimed that Zayne and the young boy were the administrators of this place. In addition, Zayne was destined to become the Fractal Library's owner. Really? The young person told him that the Fractal Library, which stood at the intersection of dimensions, didn't really exist in any galaxy. It didn't belong to any civilizations either. And each book in the library contained the fate of a world. Zayne wondered if his own fate was among them. Perhaps his nightmares were hidden within a page of these large volumes from the moment he pushed open the door. On the night he returned home from the library, Zayne had a different dream. In that unfamiliar world, he wore robes as he walked in a very tall tower. He was leaping through an ancient tomb. This is Foreseer Zayne. Between its pages lay a jasmine petal from a spring day, and that spring day belonged to a timeline he had erased with his own hands. Or is this Master of Fate stuff? Hold on. It would forever remain unknown to anyone. This is a lot. All right, number 7, shoulder to shoulder. My baby. Just as Zayne enters the house, I finish roasting the tangerines he bought. Random. I never heard of roasting tangerines. Have y'all heard of that before? Do y'all eat roasted tangerines? I've never heard that before. It sounds good though. Roasting the tangerines? I never heard of toasted tangerines before. But I kind of want to try it now. Huh, interesting. When I glance out the window, I realize the snow has finally stopped. Did your relative leave already? He must have a strict family. Yeah, he teleported.
Yes. He needs to go home and write his reflection paper.
Yeah, he teleported back to that other dimension. There's a distant quality to Zayne's voice. I sit down beside him and hold out one of the roasted tangerines. The weather is perfect for roasted tangerines. Try it. He stares at me for a long time before finally eating a piece of the tangerine.
You don't want to know what happened during the past few days when I disappeared?
Oh! If the explanation is going to be filled with medical jargon, then no. As for the rest, Zayne will tell me when he wants to, exactly. And if he doesn't want to, that's his choice. He can't help but smile at my deliberate emphasis on those last words. Yeah. He takes the half-peeled tangerine from my hands. Soon after, a warm orange slice is brought to my lips.
I said goodbye 3 days ago because I had accepted Carter's invitation.
Carter! That motherfucker.
I'll be joining the Fountain of Atay research project.
What? Huh? Seeing me choke and cough several times, Zayne raises his hand to pat my back.
It's ultimately an excuse. Something unexpected happened, and the nightmare arrived before I could carry out my plans.
What happened? For you to be working with Carter, and I know you can't stand his ass.
Lately, Oxo Hospital has received a large influx of unusual cases involving protocore syndrome patients. Some died shortly after hospitalization. Others transformed within a month and became...
An Alterum. Yes, Tay. That's him. Zayne nods.
All these patients had recovered at Val Sanatorium after entering a medical pod called the Rebirth cocoon.
Wait, read that again? All the patients had recovered at Val's Sanatorium after entering a medical pod called the What's the Rebirth cocoon? Val Sanatorium, according to the news report this morning, is the first phase of the Fountain of Atay.
Carter told me that Ever will soon hold a press conference to demonstrate the Rebirth cocoon's effectiveness to the public.
What? Wouldn't that mean more unsuspecting protocore syndrome patients will go to Val Sanatorium?
We can't let them do as they please.
No, we can't.
I want to stop Ever's plans, not just for the protocore syndrome patients. There's...
Zayne trails off as he lowers his gaze.
I want to make amends for a mistake. One that should have been corrected years ago. Yet it still haunts me to this day.
Is he talking about the incident at the mountain? I realize that for Zayne, this carries a greater, more painful significance. I'm sorry, I forgot.
I know I disappeared without a word before.
Master.
But...
What you about to say to me?
will you come with me this time?
Of course I will come with you. Asking me like that isn't fair. I know he helped me so many times before, and I agree to any request he makes. It's just, I still need a reason. Now that he's finally revealing everything to me, I won't let him have his way so easily. What's in it for me? The whereabouts of the ether core, dirt on Ever, or more leads about the biometric key? A few sweet words aren't enough to make me risk my life with you. Ooh, we stand on business too. I love that. I need a more convincing reason. I need a more tempting reason. Let's say more convincing. Well, more tempting. Come on. I tap his chest. Do you have anything else that might interest me? I was gonna say something, but it ain't Tuesday.
I want you to come with me.
Oh, you do? Look at my hand! Look at my hand. Get a picture of that. He grabs my wrist and gently moves his hand to press my fingers into his palm.
And I selfishly believe that if I asked you, you'd do it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, stop. I didn't mean to do that. Dazed, I see something flicker out of the corner of my eye. A fluffy white tail. Zayne and I turn around at the same time. Shiki, aren't you supposed to be with your owner? Oh, he didn't leave with the boy. crouched near the robot vacuum, she whimpers. Those clear, innocent round eyes look at me at first, and then at Zayne.
You're staying here to watch the house.
Damn, you're staying here to watch the house. Wait, where's this? In the white testing facility, a row of circular medical pods lines the room. Surrounded by soft silvery light, they float in the air. Their translucent walls gleam with tranquility. Exquisite and graceful like meticulously crafted chrysales? What? They pulse in contact with the rhythm of beating hearts. At any moment, it seems their contents might break free and soar toward the sky. Uh-oh. Rebirth cocoon. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on here? We get into it? I'm scared. Ooh, I like the stage.
Depart when you're ready.
Let's go. Lumnivore. Okay.
Don't run. It's your turn.
No problem. Dr. Zayne.
Fall back.
Oh, I got the sword.
Make sure to
I missed my
the
gun,
attack.
but it's okay.
Leave it to me.
They're like, we're gonna make y'all,
I'll
we're gonna make y'all fight with every weapon in this game, whether
Let's
y'all want
go.
to or not.
Okay.
It is weak. Now is our chance.
Get his ass.
Zayne.
Here it comes. Leave it to me. Is this what you wanted?
Perfect.
It recovered.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Bro,
It's your turn.
No, I fucked up, y'all. It's
Stay
okay.
safe. Don't get distracted.
I hate when they do
Victory
that.
is within reach.
Back up, back up, back up.
Leave it to me. Keep your distance, or else you'll get hurt. It's your turn.
No problem.
All right, all right.
Things are getting more challenging now.
I was just careless.
Hold on, y'all.
Go back to the pit you came from.
Okay, go over here.
Seize this chance.
All right, we're gonna go out with a bang. Let's break his thing.
Let's go.
Okay.
It is weak. Now's our chance.
Get him.
Let's call it a day.
I'll give it a taste of our strength.
It is a hard-earned victory.
A hard-earned
This
victory.
is what a battlefield is like.
Yeah, we love that. We love that. But oh, what was that? What that said? I missed it. White sepulcher? I like it when Sal says, where you going? Me too. After driving west on the highway for 2 hours, patches of green vegetation finally appear amidst the desolated landscape. Looking through the window, I can see the distant doom of Val Santinorium loom in the morning mist. After yesterday's events, we decided to tour the sanatorium as visitors to investigate. The Fountain of Bate, the Rebirth Cocoon, the press conference, none of these can be tackled in a single move. However, we can assess the situation first before planning our next move. We're almost there? Are we almost there? I feed the last cookie to Zayne as he drives. Aw, that's cute. He nods and takes a moment to gather his thoughts before speaking.
There are things I need to tell you.
What?
The technology used in the Rebirth Cocoon is from a research project Carter and I worked on when we were in medical school.
So you guys are responsible for this thing?
Back then, I began researching the application of protocors in implantable devices under Dr. Noah's guidance. It was also something I was interested in personally.
Really?
At first, the research progressed smoothly. Yet when we started doing experiments... We need to stop researching this.
Flashback.
The protocore energy has completely corroded the heart. Our experiment failed.
But the heart started beating again. It just grew some black crystals, that's all. Did you know? The lab mouse we performed a protocore implant surgery on transformed into a wanderer and devoured its fellow test subjects.
What?
Zayne, our experiment wasn't a failure. We succeeded!
You call that succeeding? This thing turned into a wanderer?
We've discovered humanity's next evolutionary form!
Wanderers?
We definitely need to visit that barbecue place near the campus tonight to celebrate.
Oh, he feels responsible.
The experiment didn't lead to new life.
Yeah.
It turned people into wanderers, minions of a protocore.
Damn.
It was a Pandora's box that should have remained sealed. I destroyed all the related research data that day. I hope to keep this truth buried forever.
But Carter didn't see it that way, huh?
No. He named it X-Heart and took it to Xander Sciences. It was later implemented in the Rebirth cocoon, which is the first step in the Fountain of Atay.
What? After finishing his story, Zayne falls silent. However, his grip on the steering wheel indicates he's still caught in his memories. This is the mistake he wanted to make amends for. Wow. Not wanting him to dwell in the past, I clear my throat and lighten the mood. I used to think about how if we had gone to the same university, I would have dragged you out to have fun every single day. We'd watch the flowers bloom in spring, enjoy the summer rain, collect autumn leaves, have snowball fights in the winter. Oh, she's so sweet. But based on what I heard, you must have been too busy to do any of that with me.
Not at all. In our lab, we always said it's best to take a 4-hour break while data is being collected. Then we can see the results after. So during those times, I would have been available at least.
Aw. Come on.
I was joking. If you were there, I would have always made time for you.
Oh, I know you would. The car turns into a newly paved road, passes a sign that reads Val Sanatorium, and comes to a stop in the parking lot.
I'm not familiar with the sanatorium's interior layout. If you encounter any danger during this visit, remember not to go in alone.
Okay. Don't worry, I'm a professional. While I speak, I catch a glimpse of White approaching us. Is that the bye? Carter, who's here to receive us, wears a casual white business suit. Only a navy blue butterfly pin adorns his collar. Oh, this bitch.
Have you been waiting long, Zayne?
Ugh.
No, we just got here.
Carter leans down toward the car window. Upon seeing me, his eyes crinkle and his smile widens. Oh, he's such a creep.
When Zayne called about needing 2 visitor passes, I had a feeling you'd be accompanying him.
I compose myself. Smiling politely, I step out of the car, but just as I'm about to speak...
Let's skip the pleasantries and head inside.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, like, yeah, leave my girl alone. Ooh. Following Carter, we enter a long corridor that connects the parking lot to the sanatorium's lobby. My gaze falls on the emblem at the entrance. Under the curved shape are the following: Eternity Vanquishes Evolution Restraint Group. Without a doubt, this is Ever's logo. Carter activates the scanner and a white light immediately sweeps over Zayne and me. A cheerful electronic female voice speaks.
Visitor identification verified. Zayne.
What?
I am Telomere, the AI management system of Val Sanatorium. Welcome to our facility. We hope you have a good day here at the sanatorium.
The doors slide open, and we enter the first floor lobby of Val Sanatorium. Pristine white surrounds us. The ceiling is unadorned, its white surface seamlessly integrated with the recessed lighting system along its edges. Beneath our feet, a gentle light bathes the white marble floors and illuminates every corner of the lobby. This place seems...
Bright yet oppressive.
Yeah, thank you. Yes. Pristine, silent, and unchanging. It's as if time itself stands still within these walls. In this environment, Zayne and I stand out like two stains on an otherwise white canvas. A few doctors in white lab coats passed by us. Although they were quietly discussing patients' medical conditions, they nodded in Carter's direction.
Since Zayne personally asked me for visitor clearance, I should give you two a proper tour.
No, get out of our face. Side by side, we follow Carter as he leads us to the reception desk in the center of the lobby.
I see the Fountain of Ate finally caught your interest. All those phone calls over the past month weren't in vain. But I'm curious, what made you change your mind?
Carter stops in his tracks by the reception desk. He turns around, his signature smile returning with narrowed eyes. He is such a creep.
You kept talking about humanity's future. I wanted to see if it would actually come to pass. Besides, nobody knows Xhard better than me.
Carter's eyes twitches. After a long silence, he suddenly erupts into a fit of laughter and shatters the lobby's tranquility.
Good, good. You've convinced me. Everyone deserves a second chance at redemption. Remember, Zayne, I gave you this chance.
Who the fuck does he think he is? Remember, Zayne, I gave you this chance. Fuck out of here.
And what about you, Miss Hunter?
When I received this question, I delivered my carefully prepared response. Since Zayne is joining the research project, I wanted to see what it's all about. Carter tilts his head, his gaze fills between Zayne and me before settling on Zayne. The amusement in his eyes is obvious.
I see. Even the strongest relationships need a solid foundation. I'll make sure you get a good position here.
I don't like him. He turns around and shakes the brochure stand next to him. The neatly arranged brochures scatter in disarray, and he pulls out two copies with a smile. He gives them to us.
The only downside to this place is that it's too by the book. But I guess that doesn't really affect you, Zayne.
I don't like him. It's about complicated medical cases. The thin booklet methodically categorizes various diseases that conventional medicine has yet to cure. It's like a university department, and the facility's patients are eager students with a thirst for knowledge. A commotion breaks out in the distance. I look up. It's a group of elegantly dressed visitors being led into the lobby by a receptionist. They're being guided upstairs for a tour. On the staircase leading to the second floor, several patients in white hospital gowns are walking down the steps. I expected to see many high-profile figures in this place, but even then, I never thought I'd see her. Who? Karen, who's 43 years old, is a war correspondent. She won numerous prestigious journalism awards. She spent years reporting from the front lines, faced countless life-threatening situations, and has earned a large amount of respect in society. A year ago, she was attacked by a wanderer, got protocore syndrome, and rarely appeared in public since then. I've met her a few times at Oxo Hospital. I heard she was also one of Zayne's patients. Oh.
Dr. Zayne, it's been a while.
Noticing us, she comes over to say hello. Zayne acknowledges her with a slight nod.
Ms. Karen?
Someone of her caliber choosing ever. That's probably the best endorsement they could ask for.
I heard that when she left Axo Hospital, she had less than 2 months to live. Her daughter had just learned to say mama when you handed her a death sentence. How cruel.
Dr. Carter, the patient in room A504.
Carter gestures for us to wait a moment. Then he takes a few steps to discuss something with the man at the front desk. Noticing my silence, Zayne stops in his tracks.
What are you thinking about?
Beating this nigga's ass. Sorry. Kicking Carter in the balls. It's nothing. I just realized that Ever seemed to have a knack for exploiting human vulnerabilities by any means necessary. How else could they gather people from different backgrounds and beliefs and make them devoted to a single cause? They're being controlled.
The key to obedience isn't promising heaven, it's using hell as a threat.
Who is this?
After all, everyone fears illness and death.
Footsteps accompanied by a familiar voice. Approached from behind, I turn.
We meet again, Miss Hunter.
Who is this?
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Benedict, the director of Val Sanatorium.
We met before? I don't remember this character. From what I remember, he had another identity. I met him at the place where an Alarium died. You're the detective who spoke to me that day.
I'm honored you remembered me, Miss Hunter.
I don't remember him. He smiles, not with the embarrassment of someone whose identity has been exposed, but with the composure of a performer waiting for the audience reaction to a grand reveal. Alarm bells ring in my head, but he quickly shifts his placid gaze to Zayne.
It's been a while, Dr. Zayne. Welcome aboard.
Alright, let's fight. It's too many shady people in this shit, bro. Everybody is shady as fuck. And I mean everybody. Everybody is so fucking shady. Alright, this about to be a quick match. Everybody is so shady. The detective I talked to in the beginning?
Clear your mind first. Wait for the chance to strike. Here comes the dust.
We'll use the gale to our advantage.
Yeah, fuck him up.
Make sure to dodge the attack. Don't rush. Let's see what it's up. Watch out.
I'm okay. Let's take it down first.
Keep your distance, or else you'll get... Here comes the dust. It is weak. Now's our chance. Your weakness is showing.
Eat this.
Proceed with
Damn.
caution. It's over.
Girl, where you swinging at?
Here comes the dust. These threats are only temporary.
Melting like snowflakes.
I could have went out with a bang, but I chose not to. Oh, man. Shady hacker? Huh.
Clear your mind first. Wait for the chance to strike. Here comes the dust.
We'll
I feel
use the
so
gale
bad
to
for
our
Zayne,
advantage.
bro.
Victory
I feel so
is
bad for
within. Watch
Zayne.
out.
I'm okay. Let's take it down first. My turn.
Make sure to dodge the attacks. Here comes the dust. It is weak. Now's our chance.
Whack it on the head.
Nice and loud. Your weakness is showing.
Bring it on. Go back to the pit you came from. It was just a scratch.
Make sure to dodge the attack. It's over. Well done. Keep your distance, or else you'll get hurt. An opportunity.
Let's destroy them.
I'll take them out with one strike.
We crushed them.
Yeah, we did. Good job, y'all. Oh, there's more. There's more. Okay. I think this is the last battle. Alright, we're good. Oh, man.
Clear your mind first.
Rudolph!
You can't always be on the offensive. Here comes the gust.
We'll use the gale to our advantage. Bring it on. Whack it on the head.
Nice and loud.
I'm getting the hang of this. I'll show you.
Here comes the gust. It is weak.
Alright, get
Now's
out of
our
here.
chance. It is falling. Threats are only temporary.
Melting like snowflakes.
Nat! Thank you so much for the raid. We're being raided, guys. Shout out to Nat Dago. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome in, raiders. Welcome, welcome, guys. We are Love and Deep Space, Chapter 3. Hello. Yeah, let me do this real quick. Let me read the poems. Let's read Sylus real quick. All right. Oh, who is... Oh! Y'all remember what happened yesterday? Remember we found out that Sylus saved us? Oh my God, you did tell me. That's me? Is that us? Oh. Release. Silence replaces fury, which unfolds into an eerily calm reunion. The once unruly enemy from his memories now has clipped wings. With all vulnerabilities exposed, she's curled up before him. This slaughter has been rehearsed countless times. He raises his arm with great precision. Bang. Once the deafening sound fades, he retreats and goes back to the way he came. Behind him, the pod imprisoning the girl slowly opens to offer an escape route. The past remains unsettled as the curtain quietly rises on a new entanglement. Oh my God. Wow. What is this? Is that him? Oh my God, this is getting juicy. All right, let's go to this one. Evading. Look at us! Twilight washed away her chaotic memories, and her old wounds sank into an abyss untouched by light and shadow. Yet in his heart, an impenetrable fog remains. He can neither see anything past it nor find a way to leave. Their fingertips almost touch, yet they stay suspended. They're ultimately unable to cross that invisible boundary. Using his own hands, he tears open a wound, one with a newly formed scab. Until he finds redemption, he shall willingly imprison himself within this pain. Like a traveler with a lamp, he cannot let the faint light die out before he escapes the darkness. Oh my God. Wow. So he saved her over and over? Yeah, Julie. Damn. Wow. Claim. All right, bye guys. I have to get ready to go for dinner, so I will see you guys next time. I love y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow, same time, same place. I'll get my tissues ready. But anyway, y'all, it's been fun. See y'all tomorrow.